So you must have seen this chart in terms of how is the mind defined, right? Is ahamkara, buddhi, chitta, manas, mano, buddhi, ahamkara. Right? You must have heard this phrase. So it's again very popular in Bhagavad Gita as well as in Yoga Sutras. So there are, again, this could be you can consider as 4 parts or 4 different states of mind, right? So one is, manas is the sensory mind, right? It basically processes all your sensations, right, from your 5, 6 senses, including thoughts. So, and then buddhi is your higher mind, intuition, intellect, power of discrimination. Should I do this? Should I do that? All our knowledge that we read goes in there. And even you must have seen prodigies, child prodigies, 4 years old, 5 years old. They'll be singing all the wonderful songs, playing wonderful music, which a 30-year-old will find it difficult to do. So that means they have some of these carried over from their previous lifetimes. The previous lifetime, they were probably playing music. They've learned a lot. And some of those memories carry on to this lifetime. So they are immediately ready to do that. So this is buddhi. Chitta is consciousness, is this memory bank, storehouse of all impressions. And ahamkara is the ego, right? So these are the 4 parts or states to the mind. So how does it all work? So this is the memory bank. Again, I'm a software guy, so all of you know that. And especially in corporate, you get used to doing block diagrams a lot. And this is one of those. So this is the chitta, the memory or the storehouse. Yesterday, someone was talking about the memory bank as well, right? So all the impressions that I talked about, right? So in terms of this is how being famous is important, winning is important, right? I should be afraid of dogs. So all the examples that I talked about slowly gets imprinted here. So it will start off as a light line, which is a thought, then it thickens to be an attitude, then it thickens to a belief, and then it gets embedded as a perception. What is a perception, right? So I have this perception, I see through it, right? If someone told me dogs are fearful or dangerous, right? Similarly, tomorrow I see a new animal, I relate it to, oh, this must be a dog, right? Or this is going to cause me harm, and then I'm going to look at it from that perception. So perception is a very strong belief. So beliefs, habits, learning, everything gets stored here. And then you have the 3 parts of the mind, the senses, the intellect, and the ego self. So what happens is, the senses always get information. If it is the picture of a dog, for the first time a person sees an animal, so it doesn't know what it is, right? So it just captures, it has a wagging tail, it has 4 legs, it has 2 eyes, 2 ears, and all that stuff. That's what it captures. What it is pretty much categorized by the intellect. The intellect says, okay, that image, it does the image matching, it does, and then says it is a dog, right? And then this guy adds the feelings part. Oh, dog. Then somewhere I have stored it, a dog is dangerous, right? So this guy tells, oh, dog is dangerous, don't go near it. So this is the narrating mind, this is the ego self. So the ego self always tries to protect you. So similarly, you see someone in a restaurant, right? What happens? The sensory mind pretty much captures that person. Okay, he's a person. He's a man. He has 2 eyes, blah, blah, all that stuff. But immediately what happens? This intellect matches. Oh, his name is Ramachandran. Right? So then immediately, he worked with you 2 years ago. So that's what the intellect tells you. Immediately our ego mind says, oh, 2 years ago in one of the meetings, he talked bullshit about you. Right? So immediately this guy will say, oh my God, that guy. Immediately that emotions feed on to this person. And then what happens? He'll either try to avoid that person, right? He'll try to go the other way. So all that actions, behaviors get distracted. So all that is this guy doing it. Right? So that is how mind works. So it starts off with basic data. Then this guy categorizes it. And then he adds the color. The narrating mind adds the color, the sensations, the emotions, right? All the kleshas to it. So, and as I said, I mean, this capture all these assumptions, attitudes, beliefs, concepts, everything that are there. So what happens during meditation? Right? First thing is meditation comes. This is the number of thoughts that you have in your conscious mind. So today you're probably having hundreds of thoughts. Obviously, conscious mind has a limited bandwidth. You can only do 256 bits per second. I mean, if some book talked about in terms of the bits, there's only so much bandwidth. So whatever you're doing at that point of time is conscious. Everything else is subconscious, right? So this is all happens in the subconscious mind. So what meditation allows you to do is it calms the overall number of thoughts that you are getting, conscious plus subconscious. So that way you are getting more time, increases the moments of consciousness. That is what we do when we are mindful, right? We are forcing us to be conscious. Otherwise, what happens? We'll be doing something and then background something is running. That is subconscious. Now, if you are allowing you to focus completely, then the subconscious thoughts are reduced. So meditation allows your mind to calm down. So instead of 200 thoughts per second, you probably have 10 thoughts per second. So what that allows you to do is that additional bandwidth is there for you to be mindful, to respond instead of reacting, right? And then it harmonizes the subconscious mind. Normally, out of the 200 thoughts, maybe 150 thoughts are subconscious mind. Everything, there are multiple things trying to distract you, right? So meditation allows you to calm that down as well, so that there are lesser number of things trying for attention. And then the last thing is that it cleanses a lot of emotions. All these beliefs, you might ask, I had this belief. So even in plain meditation, as you continue doing your meditation, as the thoughts go down, we call it as calming, cleansing, and connecting. There's the three things that happen during meditation. First, it calms your mind, right? Second, it starts cleansing any fears that you have, any beliefs, incorrect beliefs that you have, right? So it kind of cleanses those once for all. You don't even, next time you face the same situation, you wouldn't even be afraid. So that gives you the courage, that gives you the confidence. And once these two are done, then it connects you to your real intelligence, connects you to your true self. That is the function of meditation. So yeah, so this is where, right? So in deep meditation, so if you look at it, we saw that 95% of our thoughts are subconscious, 5% are the conscious thoughts. In meditation, I think Prithvi talked about, right? The beta, alpha, theta. So in deep meditation, alpha is the entry to meditation. Once you close your eyes, start listening to music, right? And then in theta and delta, your attention goes into your subconscious mind and starts cleansing. So then you can assume things like this get evaporated, things disappear. The impressions out here get disappear. The samskaras, the imprints get disappear. Even your past life samskaras also get disappear, right? So that's how it works. And then that's what in deep meditation, cleansing happens. In initial levels of meditation, calming happens. So once the calming and cleansing is started, then you start getting connected to your intuition. You get spontaneous ideas, you get spontaneous thoughts, right? So you're very spontaneous to do a lot of things. So that's where creativity happens, because all of us are diamonds. We are born with intelligence. There is intelligence in us. Body has intelligence. It has intelligence to breathe by itself. The heart beats by itself. It has intelligence to digest things by itself. We don't do anything, right? And similarly, our mind has its own intelligence. Our intellect, we are born with a lot of things. So there are a lot of stuff. Only thing is we are hiding it. Now we are removing the fog. We are cleaning it, right? So with that, is it clear? So meditation is that cleansing function, is that calming function. Once the cleansing and calming happens, you automatically get connected to your inner intelligence. So that is what the divinity, right? So now I want to quickly cover the facets of ego. Ego is that narrating mind, right? So all others are good. So this you need to tell what is good, what is bad, what is right for that particular time. And a lot of knowledge that we acquire is here. We need the memory, right? So and then we need the senses. But how we use it, bulk of the suffering is because of this narrating, the storytelling guy. This is the person who tells all the stories in our head, right? This is the person who tells shows all the movies in our head.